Scheduled Fairhope City Council meeting. We're going to go ahead and start this evening with Pastor Jason Garcia of Celebration Church is going to lead us with a prayer, and then after that, if the members of Troop 47 that are here in attendance wouldn't mind leading us in the pledge.
Let's pray. God, we want to thank you so much for Fairhope, Lord. We are so grateful for the incredible things that you let us do. Lord, today we just pray for wisdom and insight today over this meeting. Lord, we pray that you bless the council, the mayor, and all of its townsfolk. Lord, thank you so much for what you're doing and the great things you're going to do in our city. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, members of Troop 47, if y'all come forward. I believe they're here working on their citizenship and community service badge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That'll be a negative. You gotta say, you gotta, you can't ask, you have to tell them.
Hard pass.
Right, you have to say,
Okay,
introduce
good job,
yourself.
guys. Appreciate that. All right, Council, before we get started, I do have a couple items to walk on the agenda. If it works for y'all, we do have executive session, public participation, so I would propose that the remodel of Pecan Street be added as item number 15, and then a resolution pertaining to the support of the I-10 Mobile River Bridge for the MPO be added as item 16, if y'all would be willing with those two adjustments.
I'll make a motion to add those to the agenda.
Second. All right, got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, those are now items 15 and 16. Public participation will be 17, executive session 18. All right, Mayor, your report.
Yep. Did I approve the minutes?
Oh, no, yeah, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. All right, first item up is to approve the minutes of the 25th of April regular city council meeting and the minutes of the 25th of April work session.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further comment on that? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? All right, now your report, Mayor. I'm not going to rush you.
I told you just thought we had a short agenda. And I showed it with all these blue folders. So I have a few things to do tonight. There's a few special people in the audience that I want to recognize. First and foremost, I wanted to call Grayson Traylor up. Grayson? She looks happy to be here. Grayson, are you happy to be here?
Okay.
She should be happy because she won our T-shirt contest for our for the recycling committee. So every year we look to the 5th grade to do a slogan for us, and she's from J. Larry Newton School, and this was her slogan.
I can't, what is it?
Are you ready to make? Can't see.
So it says, "Are you ready to make a better planet? Don't litter 2022."
All right, congratulations.
So all 5th grade students in Fairhope schools were given these T-shirts to wear. They also signed a pledge not to litter that we keep on file, right? We keep on file, so if we catch them littering when they're 16 or 17 years old, we pull those out and remind them they signed a pledge not to litter. We also ask them to remind their friends and family not to put trash in the back of pickup trucks and, to be good stewards of our community. So this is one way that we spend educating our youth about how important it is to have a nice, tidy community. So, Grayson, thank you for sharing your talent with us. These are for your parents, okay? And I think you already have yours, so thank you so much for coming tonight.
Does it say something on the back?
You want to say something? No, she does not want to say anything.
Does it say something on the back?
Oh, it just says,
City of Fairhope. Very good.
we have our name on there, so they'll know where it came from.
Oh, that's the, okay, got it, okay.
Thank you so much.
I saw the trailer family well represented here tonight,
Yeah,
too,
hey, Grayson,
supporting
can
you.
you come back and get a picture? Thank you, Grayson.
Good
And
job, baby girl.
then the next thing I'd like to do is, we have somebody very special here tonight that is, has been a stronghold in our community for a long time. She's been a member of our Merchants Association. She's been the president of the Merchants Association, and she has owned a business in Fairhope for a number of years. Ginger, would you come up? So y'all know Ginger Milligan. She's owned Fantasy Island Toys. She has recently sold that, and she wanted to go away quietly, but we weren't going to let her, were we, Alex? Alex is here, and some of her friends. Y'all want to wave in the back? You can see them back there. They're here to celebrate her. So, Ginger, this is a certificate of achievement that I'd like to present to you. It says, this certificate is awarded to Ginger Milligan, whereas Fantasy Island Toys has been a magical fixture in downtown Fairhope since 1976, and Ginger has been there every step of the way, from growing up working in her late mother's Fairhope storefront named Jean's, to now owning the South's most beloved neighborhood toy store, Fantasy Island Toys. And whereas Fantasy Island Toys has remained in the same location at 335 Fairhope Avenue in Fairhope all these years, the customers appreciate being familiar with the staff, the kind customer service, the quality of products, and a fun, friendly environment, drawing customers back time and time again. Ginger and her staff hand select every toy to provide the best quality of play possible. Ginger's mentors are her late mother, Jean Bird, and her sister, Kathy, who worked with her to help build Fantasy Island Toys to what it's become today. As Ginger began her work life as a nurse, her mother and sister always thought of magical ways for her to be part of the toy experience by conducting new baby wellness clinics for Cabbage Patch dolls in her nurse uniform, complete with her nurse's hat and stethoscope. Just another way to create magic for the customers visiting the store. Whereas Ginger didn't start out in the toy business, she's been all in for the last 37 years. Gosh, you're so young. And has been part of Fantasy Island Toys and growing from 4 stores to now 1 store, and far exceeding the success in 1 store as they did with the 4. She is president of the Downtown Business Association and is co-product director for the Good Toy Group, a member-owned cooperative of independent toy stores across the United States and Canada. She helps choose the toys that go into an annual catalog for the 180 storefront membership. And Ginger has chosen to retire from Fantasy Island Toys, one of the South's favorite neighborhood toy stores, and passing the magic to the new owners, and the philosophy of providing the absolute best toys for children in a safe, fun environment. So now, therefore, this certificate of achievement presented to Ginger Milligan in recognition of her many years of service to the residents and tourists in Fairhope, Alabama.
I feel very old at the moment. I know. I can't think if I say much, I'll end up crying, but downtown Fairhope is the best place to own a business. The Downtown Merchants Association is just phenomenal, and the support that we get from the city makes everything happen. It's like, it's not just about each one of us, it's all of us together, and I couldn't have done it without everybody around me. So, thank you.
Enjoy your
Congratulations.
Another picture.
Of course we like each other. I love Sherry.
Thank you. Gotta wipe her tears. Thank you, Ginger. Okay, the next blue folder. So the next blue folder is going to recognize Mental Health Month. And I think, Councilman Martin, this is something near and dear to your heart, something that you had actually asked us about doing, and we're happy to do it. So tonight we have here with us Alex and Megan from the Kind Cafe. Would y'all want to come up? Yeah, come on up. And of course, Councilman Martin, this is one of his pet projects. So one of the things we want to do, the Kind Cafe is going to be hosting an event for Mental Health Month, correct? Or you have already? This Saturday. So in recognition of that, we wanted to do this proclamation for Mental Health Month. But it says, whereas this is a proven connection between good mental health and overall personal health, and whereas mental illness affects almost every family in America, and whereas people with mental illness recover if given the necessary services and support in their communities, whereas people with mental illness make important contributions to their families and communities, whereas 1 out of 2 people with a serious form of mental illness seeks treatment for his or her mental illness, and whereas stigma and fear of discrimination keep many who would benefit from mental health services from seeking help. Research shows that the most effective way to reduce stigma is through personal contact with someone with mental illness. Good mental health is critical to the well-being of our families, communities, schools, and businesses. Greater public awareness about mental illness can change the negative attitudes and behaviors toward people with mental illness. So therefore, I, Sherry Sullivan, do proclaim May 2022 as Mental Health Month in Fairhope.
I mean, we're just very proud to be a part of a city like Fairhope that's putting a focus on this. We are hosting an event this Saturday at our location. It's really a marketplace for all the nonprofits we support to help raise awareness for them. And then more importantly, just spreading that mission that being kind to other people and treating other people with respect, in turn, you'll feel better as a person, you'll have better mental health. There's been lots of studies about it, and it does really impact, your life and other people's lives.
Tell them where and what time.
Kind Cafe Fairhope at Section Place.
What
So really
time?
across the street from 9:30 to 1:30.
Very good.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna need like a half a gallon of water by the time I finish this. Okay, the next one we're going to do is going to be, nope, that's not that one. Sorry. I've got duplicates. So it's gonna be National Tennis Month. Who's here with tennis? There we go. We have all this little group right here with tennis. Everybody's here with tennis. So this is a proclamation for National Tennis Month. They are hosting a family tennis day this weekend, correct? Next weekend on Saturday. So everybody needs to go out to the Mike Ford Tennis Center. He would be so proud to have a full crowd out there, right? So this is whereas on May 21st, 1881, the USTA, originally known as the United States National Lawn Tennis Association, was founded in New York City to create rules and standards for the emerging game of lawn tennis. The USTA is a nonprofit and national governing body for tennis in the United States and leads the promotion and growth of the sport at every level of play. The USTA is the largest tennis organization in the world with over 700,000 members from every corner of the country. The USTA proudly partners with local tennis programs to showcase the important health, social, educational benefits of tennis and make the sport available to everyone regardless of age, environment, condition, or ability through the USTA adaptive grants. By increasing the accessibility of tennis for citizens of Fairhope for all ages and ability, the USTA has contributed to making our community happier and healthier. And USTA has declared the month of May as National Tennis Month to encourage players, organizations, facilities, retailers, and more to promote local programs and activities. So I, Sherry Sullivan, Mayor of Fairhope, proclaim May 2022 as National Tennis Month and hereby urge the citizens of Fairhope to become aware and support National Tennis Month.
Is pickleball included?
Okay, and so the next one I have, so I'll do this one next. It's National Safe Boating Week. Do we have somebody here for Safe Boating Week? So this is for National Safe Boating Week, and it says, whereas National Safe Boating Week is May 21st to the 27th, and boating safety partners across the United States and Canada are teaming up to promote safe and responsible boating, including voluntary wear of life jackets. Life jackets wear is the #1 precaution a boater can take to stay safe on the water, and drowning remains the primary cause of death in recreational boating accidents. The Fairhope Flotilla chapter of the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary is dedicated to improving the knowledge, skills, and abilities of recreational boaters in order to reduce death and injuries. In an effort to raise public awareness of these important issues, I, Sherry Sullivan, Mayor of Fairhope, do hereby proclaim May 21st through the 27th as National Safe Boating Week and encourage all of our citizens to join the Fairhope U.S. Coast Guard Flotilla Chapter and take advantage of boater education information offered to further enhance safe and enjoyable boating. So the next thing I'd like to do is recognize our junior council members. So most of you know that they have been, they've been working, they worked on the crosswalk project. They have also been here to make presentations. Just have been a great addition to Fairhope. And I know Jessica in particular has worked with them more closely probably than any staff member, but they've just been a pleasure to work with. I mean, just being around them, you just feel their energy and just really appreciate all they add to the city of Fairhope. So we have some certificates for them that I'd like to recognize. So we have, I hope everybody's here. Raphael, I'm not going to try to say it. Tell me your last name. Olivia Velasquez. Okay. Yes, stay right there in the middle. Yes. And then we have Grayson McKean. Ellie Herrick. So the last time I saw all of them, it was about, 6 o'clock in the morning? It was really cold. Everybody was in, like, sweats. Isabella Tran. Anna Lyles Tapscott. And then Gailey McElvain. So I also had the pleasure of attending the Fairhope High School Awards ceremony, and quite a few of these names were called out several times for scholarships. So know that we have an extraordinary group of young people here, and just appreciate your contributions to our community, and just really look forward to what you're going to do in the future. So now, are all of you seniors here? Everybody's seniors. So tell us what you're going to do.
I'm going to Tulane University, and I'm going to double major in neuroscience and psychology.
I'll be attending Yale University, and I'll be majoring in biochemistry.
I'm attending Tulane University on the pre-med track. I'm going to Boston University, and I'm majoring in political science.
I'm going to Auburn University, and in the summer I'm going to be going to Army boot camp, and I'll be going and studying aerospace engineering and a minor in foreign languages.
Wonderful.
And then I'll be attending UAB, and I'm going to be studying biomedical sciences and minoring in Spanish.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. Thank y'all so much for being here tonight.
Congratulations.
Young man,
I think y'all have some competition.
The War Eagle, by the way.
Yeah.
roll tide. Do you want to do what? What is she supposed to picture up? What she want us to do? Behind it, right?
One, two, three. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Proud of you guys. Good luck.
Okay, so Grayson, now you know what your next task is to become a junior city council member. The other Grayson. All right. Okay. So I just have a couple more things. The last thing is, the last proclamation we have is we are going to be celebrating Public Works Week. So, and we could not let tonight go by without recognizing these dedicated men and women who take care of everything here in the city of Fairhope, from infrastructure to facilities to services. So, Richard, if you would come up. There's probably not anything other, and they still are obviously are involved with utilities, but there's not much that Public Works doesn't touch in the city of Fairhope. So proclaiming this week is pretty special for me. But it says, whereas Public Works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to the public health, high quality of life, and well-being of the people of the city of Fairhope. It is in the public interest for the citizens, civic leaders, and children of the City of Fairhope to gain knowledge of and to maintain an ongoing interest and understanding of the importance of public works and public works programs in their respective communities. Whereas the year 2022 marks the 62nd Annual National Public Works Week sponsored by the American Public Works Association. Therefore, I, Sherry Sullivan, Mayor of the City of Fairhope, do hereby proclaim the week of May 15th through the 21st as National Public Works Week. And I urge all citizens to join with representatives of the American Public Works Association and government agencies in activities and ceremonies designed to pay tribute to our public works professionals, engineers, managers, and employees. And just the other two things I want to mention, I also have my niece here tonight, Genevieve. She's right there. She is a nursing student at USA, graduating in July, and she's here working on a community, she has to do something with the government in her health class, right? Community health project. So she's come here tonight to listen to me talk for a really long time. So thank you, Genevieve, for being here. So, and the other thing is, I also wanted to just remind everybody, or let everybody know that Van Saltz, who was a long-term member of our rec board, has passed, and his service actually has a visitation night and service tomorrow. For those of you who don't know Van, I don't even know how many years he served on our rec board. Pat may. Well, he served for years. Yes, at least 20 years on the rec board. Was involved with the Dixie Youth Program and has been so instrumental in most of the recreational programs we have here in the City of Fairhope. Land, tennis center. I mean, I can't think of a time that Van wasn't involved, from when we built Founders and just different things. So, you know, if you get a chance, say a special prayer for his family. I know he is going to leave a huge void for them and here at the City of Fairhope. A true servant, and just really somebody that we're going to miss. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for your report. This time, we'll go ahead and open the floor for public participation. If you wish to speak to agenda items 5 through 16, please step forward and address the council and give us your name and address. Hello.
Hello, my name is Farhan. I live at Ken Denton Place in Fairhope, and I have received a letter that you will be discussing a variance for the American Beach conversion.
It's next Monday night.
Next month.
It's Board of Adjustments next Monday
I
night.
will be here.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to address the council this evening? All right. Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the floor and move forward to council comments. Councilman Burrell, if you'd cover your comments and any committee updates. At the
Yeah, I
same
don't
time.
have any committee updates tonight, but I just want to echo what the mayor said and just keep Van Salt's family in your thoughts and prayers. And, you know, Mr. Salt's name was synonymous with recreation and with youth sports for several decades, many decades in the city. And, you know, I enjoyed serving with him on the rec board during my time together with him there. And anyway, he'll be sorely missed. He was a powerful force in our city.
Councilman Martin?
Yeah, I was saddened to hear that. I know Mr. Saltz has been battling some things for a while, so I'm glad, you know, I'm glad he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. He's with God in heaven. But my condolences to the family being a part of the rec board as well. As far as committee meetings or public comments, I don't have much besides that. But committee, I did want to recognize, I got a call from, our meeting is next week, but I got a call from Jim Horner for me to express to you guys an opportunity to come out. And if you have not, which I think most of us probably have, but to a thorough extent, walk the Triangle property. If you haven't seen it, him and Amy and whoever from the Fairhope Environmental Board wanted to express that they were given opportunities just to come out and walk it to the council.
And any specific time or date?
No, I think he wanted.
Just whenever's convenient?
Whenever's convenient, just
Okay.
reach out to him, and I have his contact and information. But he wanted me to pass that message, and I told him I would. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Robinson?
I don't have any.
Councilman Boone?
Well, I had a personnel board I have a personnel board meeting set up for tomorrow, or Thursday, the 12th at 7 a.m., and I believe it's going to be in the boardroom back in there. And then we have a streets and traffic committee meeting Thursday, the 12th, also at 4 p.m. in the Delshamps room. And I'd also like to put my condolences to the Saltz family. He was a longtime friend of mine. His whole family was, and my sympathies go out to he and his family. And also, we will be looking for volunteers for the upcoming fall season for soccer. And you can contact Pat White with the rec department if you'd like to so choose and volunteer. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Boone. The only comments, I have no council comment or no council committee updates, but comment, I just want to say congratulations to Aaron Langley and the cast and crew of Pippin and Godspell. They performed all weekend on the Bluff, and it was 2 great shows. And special shout out to graduating senior Victoria Watley, who was actually the lead in both shows, and former member of Junior City Council. She's going on to Belmont and Nashville, and just a lot of talent in this community, from children very young all the way up and to people's 80s and 90s. Just an incredibly talented community. So just want to say congratulations to them. Moving on to our agenda. The first item up is a resolution that the City of Fairhope has voted to purchase lighting equipment for a Ford F350 Crew Cab 4x4 pickup truck for the fire department from Haynes Emergency Lighting. The total amount not to exceed $9,309.25, and authorize the funding from a budgeted second truck they were unable to purchase due to supply chain shortage. So if I'm reading that correctly, Chief, this was not necessarily a previously budgeted item, but you're going to take the money from a truck that you were intending to purchase but couldn't get. Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The truck came in, it was a new squad, and somehow the lighting got left off the package. So we need to move the money from the second brush truck to this for now.
Okay. Council members, any questions for Chief?
Actually, you answered my question that I had, was why it wasn't budgeted. I appreciate your honesty. You know I support your fire department.
Yes, sir.
100% of the time. But, yeah, I was going to ask, did you guys have an event that got canceled, and so
It
you
was
just
just
didn't have revenues?
it was an
or-
oversight when we were moving stuff around on this year's budget, and for some reason it didn't get, because it was supposed to be part of that squad package, but it didn't transfer over
I
somehow.
remember the squad truck.
Yes, sir. So.
Council members, any other questions, or would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? All right, motion passes. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Item number 6 is a resolution that the City of Fairhope approves the procurement and installation of the south fence and gate at the Pecan Building for the Wastewater Department from Hagan Fence. Total amount not to exceed $21,847. Jason, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Council members, do you have any questions for Jason on this?
I move to approve the fence.
Got a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, item number 7 is a resolution that the City of Fairhope approves the procurement for commercial glass replacement at the Nick Center. 3 quotes were obtained for the Public Works project. Robert Smith Glass, Inc. was the lowest quote, and total amount not to exceed $69,850. And this was a rebid of a no bid from earlier, so they went back out and obtained 3 bids on this.
No, they got one.
No, they got one, okay.
Yeah.
What did I say?
They
It said
asked
3
for
quotes were
3.
obtained.
No, they got one.
Okay, well,
From the first time.
all right, well, any questions for Richard on this item?
I guess I would just ask, Richard, I mean, we need to move it forward. Is the price palatable?
Yes, I mean, basically, the Nick Center received a pretty generous insurance settlement due to Sally, and we've taken care of the roof. This will replace every bit of the storefront glass in the building, and that leaves them enough to then deal with the ceiling panels that were damaged by the rain getting in through the leaking and damaged roof. It's been a tough process, but I mean, yes, this is the low quote that we were able to negotiate, and I do recommend moving forward.
Thank you, sir. Would anyone like to make a motion on this?
So
item?
moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second? Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item number 8 is a resolution that the bids for the water main replacement on State Road 181 project are hereby rejected due to bids considered over budget, and authorizes the rebid of the project due to budgetary constraints. Jason, do you even want to say how much over budget, or you just recommend rejecting them and starting over? Okay, good enough. Council, any objection to Jason's request?
I make a motion to reject the bids.
All right, we got a motion to reject the bids
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item number 9 is a resolution that certain items are declared surplus and that the mayor and city treasurer hereby authorized to direct and directed to dispose of personal property owned by the city of Fairhope by one of the following methods: receiving bids on gov deals, selling for scrap metal or recycle, or disposal at the landfill.
Councilman Conyers, can
Yes,
I
ma'am.
interrupt? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Can one thing be removed from there? It says portable restrooms and ramps. Until I can confirm what I think that is, would you mind removing that? Because that was not to be surplused,
Make an
if it's what I
amendment.
think it is.
So I,
I don't see.
It's about halfway down.
so I,
Okay.
Mr. President,
Yeah, make a
I
motion.
make a motion to declare these items surplus with the exception, please, removal of the portable restrooms and ramps.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
I
thank you.
second the motion.
We've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion, council? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Mayor, for that clarification. Item number 10 is a resolution that the Fairhope City Council also authorizes Mayor Sherry Sullivan to execute and sign the agreement between the Fairhope Single Tax Corporation and the City of Fairhope, and all necessary documents for commitment of $125,000 for artist Bruce Larson Arts Alley sculptures to be constructed and placed in the Arts Alley and parking garage in Fairhope, Alabama. And we had this presentation at the work session last week. Any questions for Mayor Sullivan?
Mr. President, I just want to point out for those watching, you know, there's a commitment of $125,000. That is from Fairhope Single Tax Colony. No funds will be expended from the city of Fairhope.
We're just the conduit. Thank you, sir. All right. Any further commentary? Would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
second.
You got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 11 is a resolution that the attached proposed City of Fairhope purchasing policy guidelines procedure is hereby approved for expenditures which will streamline the process, which will save time and money, and the City Treasury Department shall provide to the City Council a bi-monthly report of capital items budgeted and non-budgeted. We went over this last week, and I think as part of this, the mayor has also provided everyone a 2023 budget schedule, which goes into pretty good detail. Beginning in June, we will start looking at the budget and have opportunity to discuss capital expenditures during that time. So hopefully this will be a streamlined process once we go through that, but there'll be quite a lot of meetings to discuss the budget leading up until the actual vote on the budget. Would anyone need a refresher on those proposed changes that we discussed last week? Mayor, would you like to hit just the highlights, Mayor?
I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
I think the biggest thing that you'll see is if there is something that is already budgeted, that is a capital item, and that it is that's on the state bid list, or it is on a buying group that has already been vetted, that between myself and the treasurer, that we will be able to approve that. It would not come back before the council. But if it is a non-budgeted item that would be over $5,000 or $10,000 for the utilities, that it would come back before the council. It would require green sheets and resolutions. These still require the 3 quotes. We're still have the 3 quote rule. The other thing is that we listed in here that certain utility purchases that are not required to be bid by Alabama State Code, that we'll be able to purchase those. And then the other thing is adding that language that you asked about by adding the report that's coming to the council bi-monthly.
Okay. Council, any questions for the mayor, or would someone like to make a motion on this item?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item number 12 is a request from CC Plus on behalf of Mobile Baykeeper, requesting permission to block the streets and use park on south end of the pier and the North Beach Road, Bayfront Park, and the fountain area for the 2022 Publix Grandman Triathlon on May 21st of this year. And on May 20th, they'll close the Rose Garden no later than 5 p.m. And on May 21st, they'll close the road entering North Bayfront Park Drive from 5 a.m. until the last race finishes. Use of barricades and permission to serve beer on South Beach Park with all appropriate security after the race. Any questions for the chief on this? All right, would someone like to make a motion?
So moved.
Got a
Second.
motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. The next item is an application for beer and wine off-premises license by Publix Alabama, LLC, number 1799, located at 9867 State Highway 104, Fairhope, Alabama. Chief, everything, there you are. Everything good, all right?
Make a motion to approve.
Got a motion
Second.
and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item number 14 is an application for restaurant liquor license by Ferus by the Bay, LLC, doing business as Ferus by the Bay, and this is at 51 South Church Street. Chief, any issue there? No. All right, they're good as well.
Make a motion to approve.
We got a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item number 15 is the additional item, and this is the City of Fairhope did request, receive, and open bids to procure services for Pecan Building Phase 2 West Wing Office remodel. And this is a tabulation of the bids. The request is to award the bid to M.W. Rogers Construction for a total cost of $227,146. That's $2,146 over budget, so the budget was $225. Pretty close, and the contractor is ready to roll, so we're just trying to get this walked onto the agenda tonight so that they can go ahead and get started.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We've got a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion or any questions for Richard? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. And item number 16 is a resolution of the City of Fairhope supporting the Alabama Department of Transportation's grant application to assist in funding the I-10 Mobile River Bridge and Bayway project. Councilman Burrell is serving as president of the Eastern Shore MPO, and if you wouldn't mind just giving a quick overview.
Yeah, sure. So with the new infrastructure bill that Congress passed, there was several pots of money set aside for large construction projects. There was one grant program called the Mega Grant. I believe they put aside $5 billion for that. And I've had people ask why is the ALDOT not asking for $2.1 billion of that, but there's not the maximum amount of award that you can have, I believe, is $500 million. And I believe that ALDOT is going to try to submit an application that will have a reasonable chance of succeeding. You know, this is, the MPOs are doing what they pledged to do to citizens, which is to continue to pursue additional federal and state money to pay for that bridge. And so we're seeking support for ALDOT actually to submit the grant application. And the due date, we walked it on because the due date is May 23rd for this grant application. So they're really only considering shovel-ready, big shovel-ready projects, and this is one that qualifies. The Eastern Shore MPO will adopt a resolution. I assume we will adopt it tomorrow morning in Daphne. We have a meeting at 9 a.m. And then a little bit later in the month, the Mobile MPO will be adopting a similar resolution. So they're just trying to build consensus among the local governing bodies that we all support this, and that would help our chances of being awarded this grant.
Councilman, any questions for Councilman Burrell on this? I think that was a good overview of what we're trying to accomplish. Would anyone like to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passes. Thank you. This time we'll go ahead and open the floor for public participation to speak to the council about anything you wish. Just step forward to the mic. You got 3 minutes. Give your name and address. Seeing no one, we'll go ahead and close the floor. And next item, I've got a request for executive session. So we've got a letter here from the city attorney that Officer McDowell hereby requests that the City of Fairhope Council go into executive session based on the Alabama Code to discuss potential litigation and to discuss security plans, procedures, assessments, measures, or systems with security of safety of persons, structures, facilities, or other infrastructures, the public disclosures of which would reasonably be expected to be detrimental to public safety and welfare. The city attorney, I hereby request that the city council of the city of Fairhope rise from regular city council meeting on Monday, May 9th, and go into executive session. The city council shall be in executive session for approximately 40 minutes. At the end of the executive session, the city council shall return to the city, resuming with the regularly scheduled meeting. Do you anticipate us taking action when we return? No, sir. All right, someone like to make a motion?
I move. Go
Is
into
there a
executive
motion
session.
and a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll be back in 40 minutes.
Yeah, not soon.
Well, what was the motion?
The ayes have it.
To adjourn?
I actually approved adjournment.
Oh, you said to approve, and I was like, wait a minute. That'd be aye. I got an aye then. If
He
it's
said,
just a
he said
retirement.
something about